My name is Ori Gersht, and I was born in Israel in 1967, moved to London in 1988. My main focus is photography and film. Since a very early stage of my career, I set on long journeys. I saw them as some sort of geographical or physical expeditions with an open end. One of the journeys I took on was to Poland in 1999, from Krakow to Auschwitz. It's a very short route, but emotionally was very loaded for me. Most of my family perished during the Second World War. I was taking the same train that those prisoners were taking from the ghetto in Krakow to the camp in Birkenau and Auschwitz. Things were passing through my screen, through my camera screen very, very quickly, and I was most of the time too slow to react. Therefore, I kept on missing. And this entire journey was a journey of frustration, of me trying to capture something and constantly failing. And only when I arrived back to London and started to process these images in my studio, I realized that something greater had happened. And the fact that this whole series is about this attempt to hold on to something and then capturing only those smudges, those moments that are passing by, somehow emphasize the relationship between memory, the desire to remember, and the inevitable failure.
But a storm is blowing from paradise.
Invaders was setting once again onto this journey, a journey that is an absurd journey. I was trying to cross a border that does no longer exist, a border that divides between France and Spain, a border that so many people lost their life over, and all of a sudden, since Europe had been united, been deserted. And this figure is walking through those severe geographical climatic conditions. On one screen, the figure is facing the camera. It's quite confrontational, it has this kind of physical presence. While on the other screen, the figure is always walking away with his back to the camera and tend to dissolve into the landscape. Seems to be more of an ephemeral figure, a figure that does not have any tangible relationship to the physical world that we are living in. The character relates to Walter Benjamin or to the angel of history, the Angelus Novus, the Paul Klee paintings that was so significant to Walter Benjamin. Maybe because of the idea of dialectics, which was so important to Benjamin, I chose to present the film on two screens. This is a method that later on I developed with other film I produced, like Will You Dance For Me, and after this, The Offering, the film about the portrait of the Matador. Two screens allow me to present two opposing views or two opposing positions, two moments that somehow complement each other and at the same time collide with each other. The last shot in Invaders was taken from a deserted property on the border between France and Spain. And what it allowed me to do is to somehow pan across, to have an overview of the entire journey. I played this shot in reverse, which for me is kind of resonate with this idea of the passage of time and also Benjamin's depiction of the angel of history that is moving backward into the future. This journey is very much raising question for me about the nature of borders, the relationship between culture and nature, the arbitrary nature of humans to split, divide the land. All the camera is capturing is those ephemeral moments, those untangible visual traces of an experience that somehow evaporated and will never be able to retain or regain ever again.